If you're going to splurge on an exquisite meal with top service in London, you might as well go all out, like us, and book a table at Dinner by Heston Blumenthal. The dining room features its famous kitchen that is fitted inside a prominent floor-to-ceiling glass room with about 20 very sharp-looking young chefs plodding away to plate and serve some beautiful-looking food for everyone to see. It also showcases a one-of-a-kind pulley system that continuously rotates pineapples on spits over an open fire. These spit roast pineapples are then used in one of its desserts called tipsy cake.
There are 8 starters to choose from, 10 main courses and 7 desserts. Now, it is very expensive here and the starters begin at £18.50 and the cheapest main is £32.
We know that a lot of research went into putting these dishes together because on the other side of the menu are the names of the historical cookbooks that inspired each of these dishes.
There was no way we could possibly pay a visit to dinner and not order the famous meat fruit. This is a chicken liver parfait encased in a mandarin jelly with the texture and appearance of an actual orange. It was simply served with a slice of grilled sourdough bread. Each meat fruit takes 3 days to make. The first stage is where the chefs make the chicken liver parfait and then freeze it overnight. The frozen parfait is then dipped twice into a mandarin jelly. The first time is to coat it, but that second time gives it that slightly puckered texture of an orange rind. All of this was explained to us by our lovely waiter on a post-lunch tour of the kitchen. All in all, a very long process for something that took me less than 10 minutes to devour. Frumenty was the name of another one of our starters. The inspiration behind this dish came from a collection of medieval recipes that were not only originally noted down on a scroll, but chefs to King Richard II were among the authors. This dish could therefore have been something along the lines of what you could have expected to feast upon at a royal medieval banquet. The word frumenty actually refers to the spelt element of the dish, which had been cooked to the consistency of a thick porridge. The fat octopus tentacles were soft and moorish, and the smoked sea broth was a divine few mouthfuls. The most vivid green blobs turned out to be lovage puree, which added fabulous flavour to the mix that lies somewhere between celery and parsley. I first experienced lovage in an amuse-bouche enjoyed at Simon Holston's The Elephant in Torquay. I loved it then, I love it now, and I wish it was more popular on menus. Our next starter dish was savoury porridge with frog's legs. No, not Heston's infamous snail porridge from the fat duck, but grains and oats that had been cooked in a heavenly emulsion of parsley and garlic. They were topped with breaded and deep fried frog's legs, which, yes, taste just like chicken. It was inspired by a 1660 cookbook that paid particular attention to the preservation of food, so pickled ribbons of fennel and beetroot finished off this delightful bowl of green.
When we visited Dinner in late March, it had just introduced an Easter egg dessert inspired by an ancient recipe that was originally published in Patrick Lamb's 1726 book titled Royal Cookery. This dessert is called Eggs in Verjuice. It costs $15.50 and is currently available up until the end of April.
I had the honour of cracking open this blue speckled Easter egg made from white chocolate to reveal perhaps what is the ultimate molecular gastronomy achievement of a completely intact faux egg. It's made a coconut pannacotta with a Grand Marnier and Verjuice yolk. It's sat on a coffee parfait. I will admit that this was more of a showstopper for me than one enjoyed for its mind-blowing taste. The last edible experience of our lunch at dinner was the liquid nitrogen ice cream trolley. When it was wheeled over to our table, our fabulous waiter explained the history behind this method of making ice cream before making it in front of us. The only flavour on offer was vanilla, but a choice of toppings meant that we could customise each one. Overall, eating at dinner is one of those things that you can look back on and say, I've been there, I've done that. The food without a doubt is some of the highest quality money can buy, and I love the story behind the dishes, as well as the use of more unusual ingredients. At a place like this, you're also paying for theatre, and that was summed up by our liquid nitrogen ice cream trolley.
Thanks, Alison. Please click the link below to see Alison's full review. Thank you all for watching, and make sure to subscribe. If you've got a tip for an independent restaurant in London that deserves to be better known, tell us about it in the comments section and we'll try to do a video. Everyone stay awesome and see you later.